Hey, it's your girl, Chef Evelyn here, and I am back with another episode of The Chef's Table where we talk about how to build high-end culinary brands from scratch. And in today's video, I would like to talk to you about 6 reasons why you should build your high-end culinary brand before you leave your corporate job. 6 reasons why you should build your high-end culinary brand before you leave your corporate job. And this is really based on something that I wish I would have done or completed before I left engineering. But I was young and I was excited and I was like motivated. And so I kind of jumped out there. And then of course I kind of, scraped my knee along the way because we'll talk about it. So I'm going to jump right in. These are not necessarily in any particular order. And as you already know, as I always do, because I value your time, I value your business, I value your life, I came prepared with notes. So if you see me looking down, it's because I've got notes right here to make sure that I don't leave anything out. I want to give you the juice, the tea. I don't really drink coffee, the water. I want to give you the things, okay? Evelyn wants to give you the things, and so Evelyn comes prepared. Yes, Evelyn is speaking in third person. Yes, that's a little awkward for a video, but it is what it is. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Okay, make sure that you subscribe. You clearly are coming back. You know the juice, you know the meat is here, okay? So make sure you subscribe, and then also make sure you turn on your notifications so that you never miss an upload from your girl and then be like, Evelyn, where the video at? And I'm like, I uploaded the video, and you be like, I didn't see it. I'm like, because you didn't turn your notifications on, okay? So make sure you subscribe. And then also, if you are not a part of the Chefpreneur Society group on Facebook, make sure that you do. You can join hundreds of chefs in that group who are building high-end culinary brands, asking questions, getting feedback, making connections. It's a really, really great group. And so the link to that is in the description box. So let's get into 6 reasons to build your high-end culinary brand before you leave your corporate job, okay? And number 1 is that it allows you to get really clear on what you want to do and what you don't want to do. I think for me, when I had left engineering, I didn't have a lot of exposure on what was available to me. And so I was taking the traditional route. And granted, I learned a lot of things, but I spent a lot of time in trial and error of, do I want to do recipe development? Do I want to do culinary R&D? Do I want to do catering? Do I want to do personal chefing? Do I want to do meal prep? Do I want to do dinner parties? And so it took a while for me to really hone in on what I really enjoyed and got clear on what I really wanted to do. And I think if you can do that while you're still working and have the time to do that without having to make that thing work, then it's a great way to get started. Number 2 is that you don't have to be in a rush, right? So if you can build your culinary brand while you're still working, even if you know you want to leave your job, whether you love your job or you don't love your job, if you know you want to leave your job at some point, if you start while you're still working, you're not in a rush. You want to be diligent with your time. You want to be disciplined with your time, but you're not necessarily in a rush of this thing has got to turn a profit immediately, or I won't be able to pay my bills or do whatever I need to do. So this is the beauty about starting your high-end culinary brand before you leave your corporate job. Number 3, let's talk about the 3rd reason why you should set up your high-end culinary brand before you leave your corporate job. And that is because you get to set it up properly, right? So you don't have to kind of MacGyver it all together. You're not just trying to let me do this service so this can make some money. Let me do this over here. You're not bouncing back and forth. You can set everything up properly, and you can set everything up strategically so that when you do hit the ground, you can hit the ground with everything established and in order, and you can hit the ground running, okay? So you can set up everything properly. Number 4, and this is a huge one that I think a lot of people overlook, that if you set up your high-end culinary brand while you still have your corporate job, it allows you to invest in your business at the level you need to invest. And I'm not just talking about equipment and supplies, because I don't 100% believe you need to buy all your equipment and supplies beforehand and then you don't have a client. I'm talking about investing in understanding that you're about to build something new that you've never built before, which is you've never been an entrepreneur before. You've only been an employee. And since you went to college to learn how to work in that system, you're going to need some mentorship, some guidance to learn how to be in the culinary field, to learn how to do business, to learn how to do strategic marketing, to learn how to do social media effectively, to learn how to close sales, to learn the kind of policies and procedures you need to have in place. You need to learn that. And so when you have a corporate job, it allows you to be able to invest at the level that you need to invest for a high-end culinary brand. So if you want a high-end culinary brand, you'll be investing in a high level, and a corporate job will allow you the financial bandwidth to be able to do that. Okay, now let's go to number 5. Okay, number 5 reason why you want to build your high-end culinary brand before you leave your corporate job is because it also allows you to test the waters, right? You know, you may get into something that you thought you were clear about, that you thought this is what you wanted to do, and then you started dibbling and dabbling in it and realized this version may not be for me. I'll give you a perfect example. I had a private coaching client, and when she came to me, she had been doing some catering, and she was also doing like meal orders, right? Like, you know, so she would work with local businesses and people would order individual meals from her. And I remember saying, like, if you're going to build a high-end culinary brand, I don't know if that revenue stream is going to be the best fit for you. And she was like, no, I want to build the high-end culinary brand over here, but I also want to do kind of what I've been doing. And I was like, no problem, it's your brand. And so I gave her a challenge to go out and make X amount of dollars doing it that way. What I knew that she didn't know was once she got, you know, a high-end client or a high-end contract, that the old way of doing things that she was doing before, which she thought was the only way or just one of the way, you know, was thought was one of the few ways that she could monetize, wasn't it. And she was like, I made more money over here doing less work than I did over here. So she got to test the waters, right, while she was still working in her corporate job. And so I think it's a fantastic way to see what's a good fit for you, to see what's not a good fit for you, what things you can commit to, what things you don't want to commit to. It's a great time to test the waters and really get to find your footing in the culinary space, okay? And then number six, it allows you to have a strategic plan. When you're not in the moment of, I got to make a sale today, I got to find a client, where's my first client, how much do I charge, when you're not all over the place, it allows you to be focused, it allows you to have real goals in place, and it allows you to create a strategic plan on how to achieve those goals. Not only does it allow you a strategic plan to how to achieve your immediate goals, but it also helps you build out a strategic plan of growth for your business. What is this going to look like in a year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, right? And it's not that that plan is concrete and set in stone. It's absolutely fluid and dynamic, but you at least get to see where you're building so you can start with the end in mind and reverse engineer it back to where you are right now. So if you know that you're like, listen, I want to build a high-end culinary brand. Yes, I'm still in my corporate job, but you're absolutely right, Evelyn. I need to start building this thing now. And you're ready to work with a coach and a mentor to see how you could get there. I'd love to talk to you. So I offer complimentary strategy sessions, and basically what we do on those calls is I find out a little bit more about your business, where you want to go, and then we talk about what may be getting in the way or what it will take to get you there. And if we're a good fit for working with each other and I feel like I can help you with your goals, then we'll talk about what working together looks like. Okay. If we're not a fit, no problem. There's no pressure there. And so I always tell people that while my calls are complimentary, they are not free coaching. They're for people who have already been thinking, you know what, I really do need some guidance. I really don't even know what's available for me. I know I want to build a high-end culinary brand, but I don't know the steps to get there, and you know you need some guidance. So if that's you, if you've already been saying that to yourself, then the link to apply for that call is below. And make sure you check out a couple more videos in this playlist. Share this video with a fellow chefpreneur, and let me know in the comments, right, that did you build your brand before you left your job? Are you still working in your job? Did you leave prematurely? Let me know what's going on, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Peace.